Perfect. Perfect. What's cracking, guys? Welcome back to another video. Man, things have been crazy. I'm not gonna lie. As you guys can see, I've been uploading a lot more. I've been making a lot more content. I got a bunch of stuff that I've been working on right now. The Soul has been getting absolutely no love, and I feel really bad about that. I'm definitely gonna have to fucking get that going right now because I need to get all my stuff together. But the reason I haven't is because I've been doing all the work right now on the EF, as you guys can see that. So I'm really hustling to make that happen. Today I was supposed to bring the K-Series that I have at the shop back to my apartment, and then I was going to take the B17 somewhere else, but at that point right now I'm not able to do that. My knee is really starting to hurt, and as you guys saw from a while back, I was in a knee brace for a while. I'm not trying to be in a knee brace right now. I got like that mobility right now, but very quickly I cannot have that mobility. So for the most part right now, what I'm really trying to do is get everything together for the B17. And one of the things that happened a long time ago was the post mount sheared off on the side of the block. So in order to actually put the post mount on the block, I'm gonna have to pull a bolt out of the block, and then we're gonna have to time cert it to put the post mount on there. So A, I'm really happy I have this side post mount, but two, I gotta get rid of this thing. So like Dana says, progress is better than no progress. So while I'm taking a chill pill today, not doing anything physical, I figured there's no reason I can't be in the garage just making something happen. As you guys can tell, the top two bolts actually got stripped out completely. The motor actually fell from the engine side completely down. Not sure how it happened, but they pulled straight out. Same with the threads, but the bottom bolt actually sheared off completely, and it's still stuck inside of the block. So our goal today is going to be to pull that bottom bolt right back out. The threads still look good, so hopefully we can kind of pull it back out with an extractor tool. We got to do some drilling and hopefully get that thing out. And then the two on the top, we're going to have to actually time cert. Hopefully the bottom one, the threads will stay the same. The top one will have to time cert. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how I'm going to try to do this. Alright, so I haven't really ever done this before, but what I'm going to try to do right here, I'm sitting on this bucket, is I have a punch. So I'm going to use the punch to put right here in the dead center and kind of make an indentation, because we're going to use a drill bit, hopefully bore out this hole a little bit, and then use one of these screw extractors. I just bought these because I didn't really have another set, but I'm gonna try to use this and try to back out the screw as best as possible. Now, to do the punch, you need a hammer. I can't find it, but I'm going to use a good old Blackworks LCA and hopefully whack it hard enough to make a good indent in that thing. And hopefully actually hitting it kind of like loosens it in the threads, but hopefully I can make a good enough indent with this and the punch. Got to use what you got to use, guys. And then hopefully make an indent, and then I'll use the drill bits and try to make as big a hole down the center of that as I can, so that we can use the biggest version of this as possible so we get the best bite on the way out. It's a little windy out, so if it's really hard to hear me right now, my bad. Alright, as you guys can tell right here, I've put a hole punch. I whacked it a good couple times. It's actually a good indent, but you can kind of tell the screw is, or the bolt rather, can kind of move in there. So the first thing I'm going to do is try to use a drill bit in reverse and see if I can give it enough to pull back out. If that's possible, dope. If not, we're going to have to go through with drilling a hole and then using these guys to make that happen. But LCA worked really well. This hole punch here, boom, that worked really well too. So I'm going to go ahead and work on the next thing, and hopefully we can pull this out. Alright, that actually didn't work, but when I did do it to the right, it actually spun it in more. So that's actually counterintuitive. But so I'm going to basically make a bigger hole, and then I think I can actually get it out with these bits to pull it back out. So I'm going to go ahead and drill a bigger hole, and we're just going to go the old route, but I think we're good to go here. guys, so there's a good enough hole there, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to extract the bolt from what it is now and see if we can knock this out. Alright guys, so for this next step, I'm going to use this smallest extractor I have. If this doesn't work, I will drill bigger and go bigger, but I think we'll be good just off the fact that when I was drilling the hole, I pushed it in a little bit more. So same process as the punch. You're going to take the extractor, you're going to put it right here into the hole to make sure that it's dead center. You're going to take your hammer, which is, you know, my LCA, and then you're going to really push it into that hole that you drilled in, so that way it gets a good bite. A little better, but we're actually getting traction here, guys. Look at that. Dope. Look at that. See that? Dude, we got that out. I feel so accomplished for the day. I'm not gonna lie. Done deal. Here's another one. Hopefully it doesn't break off, but you can go in here, kind of chase the threads a little bit. Boom. Look at that. Got that full bolt in there. Didn't expect this to become a DIY type situation, but that's how I've been working things lately. But boom, there we go. All right, guys, now let's move on to the next thing. Sweet. Oh yeah, all right, so I'm juiced about that. I got the stud out, so that's fucking legit. So now I can work on the rest of the stuff. Now the rest of the stuff is I wanted to reseal the block before it gets into the car. So as you guys can saw earlier, I had all the stuff on the floor. I also have a lot of seals, front, rear main seal, timing belt, water pump, all that stuff. But first of all, I have to get the motor kind of in time as best as possible. So to do that, right now, as you guys can see, I did the right one. So I made a whole video on this when I did my water pump on the Del Sol, but this one is at up. This one is up, is over here, so I have to rotate the cam till it's at up, and then as you can see here, hopefully you can get, there is that little timing mark right here. There's also a little timing mark in there if you have the plastic. If you don't have the plastic, you basically want this mark to line up with the other mark, which is like right, yeah, don't worry about it. I think it's over here somewhere. Yeah, that mark and this one, they have to be meeting right here to that little line you see right there. Now I said, if you don't have the plastic, you want it level with the head and these two up, and that's about how you're gonna get top dead center here on this motor. Now for the bottom one though, you wanna get that little timing mark right there matched with this guy. So that's going to be TDC. You could also try to put like a dipstick down in the cylinder head, and then just make sure that, you know, cylinder 1 or cylinder 4, I forget which one it is, it's just at the top as possible. But as long as you get those lines marked up and those lines marked up, and you can double check with a dipstick. I wouldn't use a screwdriver because sometimes that can make just a little bit of hit could do something to the pistons, and I'm not trying to chance that. But once we get those lined up, and then I get this cleaned up and thrown on there, we can get this all timed up. But until I do the seal, I'm not really going to worry about putting the timing belts on, but I will swap the water pump, get those kind of set up, get this kind of set up, and then we're definitely going to still have to time cert these guys, so I don't want a brand new tensioner thrown on there just in case there's metal shavings everywhere. I want to keep that as safe as possible. So as long as the water pump is set up, that is set up, and these I will have made good enough progress, the rest can kind of get buttoned up as we go. Yeah, so basically I'm just using my broken torque wrench here as just a bigger wrench so I can get a little bit more leverage using the bolt, and I'm rotating it till we get to up and we get this to up. So I'll go ahead and show you how I'm doing that. And like I said, I didn't think this was going to turn into an instructional type thing, but I'm just like, you know what, I'm going for it today. Easy enough, but now we got to kind of line them up. So I'm going to back it up a little bit. That actually looks pretty dead on. Oop. Get her Perfect. Perfect. All right, guys, change of plans. We're gonna switch directions really quick. I need to get that into there. So we're gonna go ahead and try that, because if I can get that into there, I can move the motor, and I think I may be able to lift it on my own, or at least get it to like get in there, you know what I mean? And then once it's in there, we're good. So we're gonna try this out. This may be a great bad idea. Yo, all right, so that was easier than I thought. I've got the transmission right here, got the motor fucking right here, guys. I got the box of stuff. I think we're good. So next stop, next destination, but I gotta get back to work, and then we'll take a little detour in a minute. All right, guys, driving now. We're headed to an undisclosed location. I'll check in with you guys in the next video. I'm gonna go ahead and end this one now. Don't want it to get too loud, you know, we're driving. So thanks for watching. Big things coming. I'm really fucking excited, I'm not gonna lie here. But anyways, guys, yeah, thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Yeah, see ya.